Hi, my name is Anna, and today a TBR prompt jar will be picking all the books I read in February. So I'm planning to read 150 books this year, which means I should be reading 12 books per month to hit that goal. So we're only going to be picking seven. We're going to let the prompt pick seven because I want to leave the other 12 for my what I want to call or what I'm going to call my mood reads because I'm a very moody reader. So I'm going to open our jar, take it out, open, and we're gonna go ahead and pick. So we have our first one, and it says a book published this year. I currently don't. I don't think I own any books that are published this year, to be honest. Oh wait, I would have had a book published this year if Amazon had not canceled my deluxe order for Onyx Storm. So we're gonna kind of put this one back in. Hope it's not cheating, or I'm gonna put it to the side so I don't get it again. Okay, so this one says a book with a person on the cover. Let's see, what book do I have that has a person on it? So, as far as a person on the cover goes, we're gonna go with this, The Hating Game by Sally Thorne. So, we're gonna put that right here. Let me just drop it on my little trolley. This one says a book with magic, and I I do own a few of those. To be I own a lot of those. I love fantasy books. Let me see, which one do I want to read? So for the second prompt, I'm going to use this library copy, and this is Miss Elliott, School for Magically Minded. This side because I don't want the lights to reflect too much. So we're on to what should be our fourth, but it's actually a third prompt. This one says a book by an author you've never read. Hmm. So for that prompt, this is the book that we'll be reading, Before She Knew Him by Peter Swenson. I've never read anything by that author. I don't even know anything about that author. So we're gonna go to prompt four. Okay, so a book that was adapted into a movie or TV show. I think I own two or three of these, if I'm not mistaken. So let me see, which one do I want? Okay, so I've seen my picks. I'm gonna show you my picks. So I don't know. Like I'm gonna show you my picks. So for the ones that I haven't read, we have four for that lineup. We have Aragon by Christopher Poloni. Then we have Divergent by Veronica Roth. Then we have my favorite movie of all time, The Notebook by Nicholas Spark. And we have The Wheel of Time by Robert Jordan. Now, I don't know, ever since I purchased this book, I've been saving it for like a special time when I want to go deep into deep fantasy because I think season three is coming out soon. So I don't want to read this one yet. I'm saving the Notebook for when I go into my romance era. Definitely don't want to read that yet. So I'm torn between. I've watched this movie like multiple times. I don't know. I'm torn between this and Aragon, and I'm gonna go with Aragon because I love dragons. So Aragon wins that round. But however, I'm still gonna put the others on my TBR card. Because I do want to read them at some point. So I don't know. I'll just put them over here on my TV stand. That's me. I don't even know what number we are at now. We should be at four or five. So we're at 5 now. Okay, so this one is a book you want made into a movie slash TV show. Now, funny enough, this one is a little bit funny because all the books that I want to be made into a TV show, I've already read. So I'm gonna have to go through my bookshelf here and my cards just to see which ones I want to be made into a TV show, and then we're just gonna pick one. So for a book that I want to be made into a TV show, I have to pick this one because book one is already a TV show and I really loved it. And I think I always like right after watching book one, just me before you, I always said that if they made this book into a movie, I would definitely watch it. So it has to be this. So we're down to our last two picks. I'm really like reaching in. Okay. Hopefully this is something good. Okay, so this says a book written in third person. Okay. So I think this, which is the last book of the Grisha verse, I think it is written in, no, it's first person. I totally forgot that. Okay. This is also first. Okay. I recently got this, so let's see. I'm looking for that I first. I have too much. I have too many first person books. I recently started Archer's Voice. Oh, also another first person. Okay. That is a disappointment. All majority of the books that I own are first person books. Okay. Let me see. The Seven Husband of Evelyn. Let me see. I just saw an I. That's another I. Okay. So we're gonna do Erica Johnson. This is Beneath the Keep. That's gonna be our book in third person. See, this one, I'm like reaching all the way in. And so we can, okay, I think one of these is supposed to go back into the jar because it was the one about book published this year. Yeah. I've been so pissed with Amazon because I pre-ordered the audiobook and I started listening to it on the night like after 12 the morning it was released, and I felt so cheated because even when I listen to audiobooks I kind of like to follow along in the books. So let's see, what is this? A book set in a small town, and I made this one specifically for a specific book which I've been dying to read, and I think this is my second TBR jar prompt that this book has been on, but I haven't read it yet. I feel so bad, but I'm going to show you. It is this, The Talented Miss Farewell. So this is follows a woman who is living a double life. She is an accountant in her small town, and outside of her small town, she is this art. What do you call them? She's an art curator. She sells art. She has like a massive art collection. She sells art. So we're just gonna go over a run through of all the books we plan to read, or seven of the books we plan to read this year. I said this year, right? I'm so crazy this month. I like to rearrange my book in terms of size. I kind of had to adjust my camera because for a minute I felt you guys just a little, or I felt a little too high. So these are our 7 books. This follows a girl. I think she her new neighbor looks like a guy she thinks murdered someone, but she's on meds and she has some other issues, so she's gonna start doubting herself. And I think this is about office rivals. This is also a movie on Netflix. I think I haven't watched it yet. Because this is one of my favorite childhood movies. This follows a guy, a boy who finds a dragon who talks to him, if I'm not mistaken. And we just did this one. And this picks up right where book one left off after book one follows Louisa and Will. Louisa was hired to help Will. He's a quadriplegic, but then he's no longer here. And so we get to see her trying to survive life without him in this book and her trying to fall in love again. And this one I have no idea what it is about because when I'm going into my books, I like to go in blind. If I already know what the book is about, that's fine. But I'm guessing it is Miss Elliot and her school for magical children. And it's the same thing for this. I've had this book for almost 2 years now. I just know that it is a fantasy book, and that's as much as I want to know going in. Now, these are some of the books that I will be reading this year. Let me know. I keep saying this year. These are some of the books that I'll be reading this month. Let me know what books you plan to read. And thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful year, month, week, day, hour, minute, second. And I'll see you in another reading video.